It's weird. I don't actually find anybody diagnosing her. This is what's really weird. Human beings are weird. When it's usually a man and he's behaving in a certain way, the N word is used so quickly. He's a narcissist. And I'm not saying she is, not at all. I'm just saying I find it very interesting the labels that are given to certain groups of people than others. I actually have not seen anyone do a think piece on the diagnosis that they think that Chrisean Rock is displaying. But people will give think pieces a very Blueface. People have called him a narcissist. They think he's a narcissist. They think he's an abuser, allegedly. But what about Chrisean Rock? I find it quite interesting. So we can be very selective in who we feel we can give diagnosis to, even though we are unqualified to actually give a diagnosis. So we're going to talk about Chrisean Rock. And when you hear that name, for some of you, it rings a bell already. For others, it's like, who that? Chrisean Rock is a 22-year-old African-American woman. Blueface, her ex, but on partner, you can already see what I'm talking about, probably is the same age or a little bit older. Chrisean Rock, I guess, came to fame because she was on a reality TV show that was done in Blueface house. And this was a house full of lots of other women who were vying for the attention of Blueface. And I think she stood out. But I think what also stood out was her level of toxicity, her flamboyance, her kind of her whole kind of, there was a vibrancy to her that I think, showed and compared to the others. And for those that know, she's got a tooth missing from that house because she actually had a fight with Blueface's baby mama, who at the time I think they were actually still in a relationship, and the baby mama had a fight with Chrisean, and her tooth got knocked out. So kind of part of Chrisean's look is having her tooth missing. I think it's part of her trademark. Everyone's got like maybe a beauty spot or they've got something. Her missing tooth is her trademark. Now, I want to talk about her because I think it is important, especially within the Black community. Now, I do have to say that this is American. So there'll be some things that might be able to be transferred, translated, generalized to other Black communities all over the world. Maybe more so in the Western world, but could be in the continent and in the Caribbean, and maybe the Aboriginals. But I don't know. Every community that associates with some level of Blackness is very different. We have a different history. We have a different socioeconomic climate. We have a different system. So I have to put that disclaimer out there. I am aware that Black in the UK is very different to African American in America, though there are similarities. So Chrisean Rock is a woman right now who every single blog, every single day is posting about her. Without fail, the last 2-3 weeks, she's been posted at least nearly every day, if not every day. There is something that happens that she's posted about. And also Blueface. Right? And I don't know if you could say that they are being posted about anything good. Though there's a subsection of the community that like how she is, maybe they admire how she is, they actually even respect what she's doing. And I think that speaks to a part of the community and the population that has a lot of issues. So I want to actually show you what I'm talking about, because some of you guys will be like, I don't know what you're talking about. And some of you guys will know what I'm talking about because you follow the blogs and you see this. You are not unfamiliar with what I'm about to say. You are actually very aware of who Chrisean Rock is and who Blueface is. You're potentially maybe even disgusted, if you are like me, like just about what you are seeing, not understanding what it is that you are actually seeing. Why are you seeing the things that you're seeing online? Like, is this real? Like, even to the point where you have to ask yourself, is this real? So I want to show you some clips and I want to give my view about what I think is happening and occurring, and how we can understand this. What? Okay, cool. So let's play this one.
Right here. I'm fucking right here. I'm right here with you.
Just be aware that there is profanity So hide your kids, hide your wives. Explicit, explicit, explicit.
Stop playing with me with Shark. I love you. You just talking to Shark and you trying to like isolate me from that conversation. I love you. I'm sorry. If you want me to be the bitch you talking about, what you talking to Shark about, I'll be that bitch. You said any other bitch. Like what? I'll be cool and I'll be quiet. I'll be cool.
I speak for myself.
I'll be cool and I'll be quiet. Like I'll be cool.
If you're gonna be quiet, why are you still talking?
Cause I'm talking to you, man.
What are you talking about?
Cause Daddy, I'm talking to you. I'm talking to you how I feel.
So let's bring things.
Not to get hit like that.
Rock, I have a question for you.
We're trying to get to some questions here, sweetie. For real, for real.
I don't care. I don't look bad. I look like myself.
Rock, I have a question for you.
The fuck?
Yeah, so you see that. While you're at it, like, share, comment, and subscribe, if you will. So you're seeing that, right? So she's on him. She's begging for him to allow her to stay in the interview. I'm not sure if this is an interview for both of them, if it was more an interview for Blueface and she was just there present. But watch the next video.
Questions that nobody never asked. I'm right here, so I'm answering them. Stop playing with me and answering this.
I fuck with that. She said her asking some hard ass questions. I feel that shit. She said, hold on.
I love you.
We're trying here, baby. But
Well, I have another hard question.
What you talking to babe? I'll be that bitch. Why not? You said any other bitch. Like what?
Hey, come on,
I'll
man.
be cool and I'll be quiet. I'll be cool.
I speak for myself.
I'll be cool and I'll be quiet. Like I'll be
If
cool.
you're gonna
Like
be quiet, why are you still talking?
cause I'm talking to you, man.
What are you talking about?
Cause Daddy, I'm talking to you. I'm talking to you how I feel.
So let's bring things.
Not to get hit like that.
Rock, I have a question for you.
we're trying to get to
I'm
some
not
questions
being
here,
weird.
sweetie. For real, for real.
I don't care. I don't look bad. I look like myself.
Rock, I have a question for you.
The fuck?
Mate, these are just enablers. Like, you can see that she's clearly not with it. They are aware of the drama, the toxicity already, because the only reason why they run this show is because, you know, they are so drama filled and constantly in the blog. So you see a young woman, a 22-year-old woman, essentially going to escalate, right? This is going to escalate. Right now, it seems kind of calm. It seems like she's slurring her words. She's just saying, why can't I be here, right? Because if you don't know the context, if you don't know the couple, you might think, okay, well, she just, you know, wants to be on the same platform that he is. But you know she's going to escalate. It escalates, right? And this is the whole team. Everyone there's enabling her. One of them is still saying, oh, I want to ask you a question, Rock, because Rock is her. She's Chris Rock, and the guy is Blueface. Why do you want to ask a question when she is clearly in distress? Or am I the only one that sees it?
No, he about to sit back down.
Let me back in this room. Are you serious?
Tiny, either you gonna body slam or I'm body slam. You
Hey,
pick
Psych.
schoolyard. Pick one.
Did you hear that? Either you gonna body slam her. So the threat of violence has already been mentioned and nobody is saying anything, right? And there's already been reports allegedly that they've both been violent to each other. So domestic violence is a key feature in the relationship.
I got security in here. Y'all better call
Hey,
me.
Psych, can you please help
Call your
me?
security.
Get some help with that, please. Thank you.
Nobody do that to me, bro. Blue. Okay.
If y'all gotta
We got
put her
security with them.
outside,
They're
do
cool.
that.
Yeah, hey, please.
Jay, fix her. Better get the security quick. Get the security quick.
So this is meant to be her boyfriend. Now, look, we're going to talk about Chrisean Rock's behavior because it's absolutely deplorable. But at this point, your girlfriend is being, you're throwing your girlfriend out of the podcast studio, and you're just saying it's like she's like rubbish. Ugh. Go get the security. She's already feeling rejected. Yeah, she's feeling rejection because this is her being rejected.
Come on, we got it. Hey, we just trying to get you right, sweetie.
Y'all
Come
done
on
made a
now.
sign up in here and you ain't got the security on standby. No, take her outside. Take her outside. Take her outside.
Okay.
Is Tone around?
Why is he dismissing me like that? Back up.
Why is he dismissing me like that? Being dismissed. You know what that means to be dismissed? Do you know what that means to be dismissed? To be sent away. It's like there's a feeling of being discarded, being abandoned, right? Now, it could be in this context, she needs to exit stage left because she is making the interview unproductive. Look, let me tell you the truth. The Out of Jumper interview was happy for this because this is going to bring millions of people to watch this. They didn't have to share this out. They did not have to reveal this and go on the blogs. This didn't have to happen. We could have just watched it. But of course, it's like what they do. What do they do when a show is happening or a reality TV show? You start to hear drama. They're trying to get people excited, right? This is what it is. But at whose expense, though? At a young woman's expense who obviously has issues, at a young man who obviously has issues. So at the expense of them, but that's how the music market goes. That's how the entertainment business goes. You have to have your wits about you because they will use you for their own clout. They will use you for their own numbers because this didn't need to be shown. This was not part of the interview. It was not shown. They could have edited the interview and we didn't have to see that. But they wanted this to show because people are going to run to the interview. Now, I didn't watch it. I don't think I need to watch it, but I'm sure some of you guys will. Of course. You want to see it. You want to see this play out. You want to see their real reactions to, oh my God, Chrisean Rock got, dragged out of No Jumper interview. Her erratic behavior. But her behavior was erratic. She's calling him Blue. Blue's like, bruh, he's drinking water. He's like, yo, get her out of here. Get her out of here. So I think the last video of that is this. This is the bit that initially we all saw.
She off that Hennessy, man.
Take her outside. There's nothing to talk about.
There's nothing to talk, like, all that's gonna do is add fuel to the f***ing fire.
No. No.
I gotta take you out. I gotta take you out.
Woo!
Come here, bro. What are you like? Why are you doing that? Why are you doing that? Blue, what are you doing that for?
Josh, don't worry. Whatever it is, it's good. Hey, Josh, how's the camera? How's the TV? Is it good?
That's gonna be
It
viral.
broke.
Wow. Now we just saw the intel of the situation, the event, the occurrence that happened. That was the initial video that came out. The initial video came out was her being dragged by security with her legs up and moving all over the place, right? Then I think the next day or hours later, they revealed the preceding events that took place, right? All of it is damning. All of it is deplorable. All of it is shocking, disappointing, absolutely disgraceful. But all of it is entertainment shock value that's going to get a lot of people to that platform and it's going to jumpstart their rating. So we know why it was released. They did not expect it to occur, but they did expect something to pop off because really with Chrisean Rock and Blueface, put them in an environment, things will pop off. Give them alcohol, things will pop off. Do you see what I'm saying? So what do you call this? What do you say? Now, I am going to continue to repeat this until the whole world understands you or I are not clinical psychologists nor psychiatrists. We cannot clinically diagnose. Right? It's weird. I don't actually find anybody diagnosing her. This is what's really weird. Human beings are weird. When it's usually a man and he's behaving in a certain way, the N-word is used so quickly. He's a narcissist. I'm not saying she is, not at all. I'm just saying I find it very interesting, the labels that are given to certain groups of people than others. I actually have not seen anyone do a think piece on the diagnosis that they think that Chrisean Rock is displaying, but people will give think pieces of maybe Blueface. People have called him a narcissist. They think he's a narcissist. They think he's an abuser, allegedly. But what about Chrisean Rock? I find it quite interesting. So we can be very selective in who we feel we can give diagnosis to, even though we are unqualified to actually give a diagnosis. But what do we see in that behavior? Now, is her behavior shocking? Are you shocked by her behavior? I'm asking you that question. Are you shocked by Chrisean Rock display of aggression, display of affection, display of frustration? Is she reacting to her fear of abandonment? Is she reacting to her fear of rejection? Is she reacting to embarrassment and shame because this is being videoed and many people are seeing the dysfunction? What is going on here? What is happening here? Why are we laughing? Why are we enabling? Are we not concerned? Is this normal behavior? No. But is this behavior people display? I think more people display this than we give them credit for. We may not be doing it out in the world, showing it, you know, on reality TV or you being filmed, but I'm darn sure that many people show behavior like this. They show behavior like this just in private. You go to your partner's house or your ex-partner's house, they've rejected you, you run back to them and you start screaming and shouting in the house, or you send them messages saying, oh, you know, I feel so lonely, I'm gonna, you know, X myself or hurt myself because you're rejecting me. These are things that people do. It's just that it's not being videoed, it's not being recorded. No, I'm not trying to normalize it. I'm trying to say that really reflect and consider, is this you? Are you afraid of being rejected? Is being told to leave the studio because maybe you're acting in a certain way that is not conducive nor productive for the environment and you're told to leave, then that feels like a rejection. So you react out of that. You act out of your fear of rejection. You act out of your fear of abandonment. And you display such erratic behaviors, such concerning behaviors, such dysfunction, or you just darn drunk. You're intoxicated, which also is an issue. So this is a example of the behavior that Chrisean Rock and Blueface display on a weekly, nearly daily basis to the world, to their audience, to their supposed fans. I don't know who's fans of these people. That's why I said that there is a segment of society that likes this. There's a segment of society that this represents, because why would you be a fan of somebody whose life, who's showing you their dysfunction, showing you their erratic? Most people would not want to be friends with her. Most people would not want to be friends with her, but you want to watch her on TV self-destruct. I find it quite interesting. Humanity, we like to, we like this type of stuff. We like to see people self-destruct. I think there's something that we get into that it makes us feel better about our lives, you know?